What's going on, guys? Snaggy here, and it's time to preview Viva Las Vegas, baby. Let's go. Man, I've been counting down this day for a very, very long time. I absolutely cannot wait for this weekend. I think it's going to be absolutely epic. So let's go ahead and get on into it. All right, guys. So obviously only previewing the Las Vegas games. Raiders, Warriors, Panthers, Sharks. I won't really bother about the other games. I don't know anything about the girls' game. And I don't know anything about the English Super League. So let's just focus on the NRL here, guys. So what we'll do, we'll have a look at the Raiders, the Warriors. We'll have a look at their team list. We'll have a look at their matchups. We'll go over all our bets and break it all down, baby. Let's go. As always, guys, drop your picks in the comments. Who's going to win? Raiders, Wars, Panthers, Sharkies. You know I want to see them. If you have any bets you want me to have a look at, drop them in the comments. You know I'd love to see them too. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you do join Snag Sports Tipping Comp as well, guys. I'll leave a link in the description here. We'll close the day before the day of kickoff. So make sure you join that one, guys. It's going to be awesome. I'll go over on our post games who's winning, all that sort of stuff. Give shout outs to people with perfect rounds. And yeah, we've got prizes for the end of it too, which is exciting. I have also done a SuperCoach. That's going to be way more mellow though. I'll leave the link for that one in the description too, guys. And yeah, let's go. Let's go, guys. I absolutely cannot wait. Now, before we get into it, actually, I'm going to put my bets up first because some people just want to see my bets for these. And I don't want to put it like right at the end or whatever. Let's get out my two bets. No try scorers yet, but my two bets I've got for these two games, guys. Now, they're the cashback specials. I'm just going to have a little bit of fun with my punting for the first 5-6 rounds. I'm not taking it too seriously. I don't know if you guys remember last year who followed me from start to finish. I was terrible for the first 5 or 6 rounds, probably maybe even a little bit longer. We didn't really hit our stride about then, and then by round 16, 17, we were going 13 from 17 in a row, and like we were killing it, man. I actually had a chat to a guy. I'm not sponsored by Dabble. I'm not affiliated with them. I just get the copy cash like everyone else. But yeah, I just know people, and I was chatting to him, and he's like, bro, we couldn't believe the streaks you were getting on there for a while. He said you were killing it, absolutely killing it. They had to remove markets because we were too successful. We had to remove markets because we were killing it too hard, boys. So hopefully we can do that again and make the betting companies change their markets because we're killing it too hard. How good is that? That's a brag. I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty good brag. All right, so cash back. If one leg fails, I'm going. So for the New Zealand Warriors game and the Canberra Raiders, no head-to-heads. I don't touch head-to-heads at the start of the season. I don't really touch them at all, to be honest. But I've got Canberra under 29.5, Canberra over 9.5, Warriors over 13.5, Warriors under 33.5. Now, the reason why I've done that is that every time these guys have played, the scores have fallen within those brackets. So I think both defensive systems are going to be in place pretty good. Attack may be a little clunky, but I definitely still see a couple tries apiece at least. So I definitely think this one is pretty damn good. I've boosted that one up to $2.17 as well. So that's more of a double up. And then the next one here for the Panthers, where is it? This one's pretty juicy. It's paying $4.07. So try to do some legs where if one hits, two hits. So this one's a little more risky, but it's really good odds, $4.07. So Penrith Panthers first points, Penrith Panthers first try. So if they score the first point, that's two legs in one. Little sneaky thing there going on. Also have each team under 28.5 points and Panthers over 12.5. Now, I haven't gone. So Penrith have. Here are we? So Panthers scored the first try against the Sharks in every game since 2001. Panthers have failed to score 28 points in their first 28 points in round one clashes since 2019. Now, Penrith have blown Sharks out quite a few times as of late, but they're always, like anyone that's been the funny thing is, so Panthers have won 4 in a row. At the start of every year, since they've been champs, they start losing. Everyone goes, oh, they're falling off. Nah, bro, they're a little slow out of the blocks. They're usually tinkering with stuff, working on stuff, as we'll get to in the team list in a minute. I don't think this is going to be their team moving forward. They're usually tinkering with some stuff like that. And final thing is, obviously, Panthers' lowest scorer has been 12 points. So Panthers haven't scored below 12 points against the Sharkies head-to-head in 11 games. So they should get at least a couple tries there. So yeah, I think that's good. I like both of these. Obviously, we don't know if it's going to play out this way, like we say, but just some betting tips before we do get into it. Always just what I like to do at the start of the year. That's why these are $25 bets. I almost divide what I would normally bet in a game by about 10. So if I bet 1,000, I'll go down to 100. If I, maybe if I'm betting 100, I'll do 10s. I like to divide it right down. You're not going to make much money at the start of the year anyway. I don't care what anyone says. I know everyone thinks they know who's going to be good and who's bad. There's going to be 3 teams that you think are going to be good, are going to be terrible, and there's going to be 3 teams that you thought were going to be terrible that are going to be pretty damn good. So just always err on the side of caution with all those guys. If you do want to follow us on Dabble as well, you can just click and copy these ones really easily. Just use code SNAG when you join in, or if you're already a member, use look up my handle, MonsterSnag, and you can just click copy there, guys. So. Super excited. Yeah, you copy that one, you get 20. That's cool. I like that. Good promo. Good work, lads. All right, boys. So that's my 2 bets. Now, I haven't done any anytime try scorers yet, but I will put one down. I had a quick look today. I didn't like anything I saw, but we'll try and we're going to have a little play around. We'll have a look at some matchups on Stats Insider, see if we can find something we like. But as of right now, I wasn't overly impressed with all the try score. I didn't see a matchup I liked, anything like that. So we'll have to wait and see how it goes, guys. Now on to the team list, guys. Some curveballs here, guys. All right, so we have Weeks. We have Tamale. Is that how you say his name? Canberra fans, let us know how he is, if he's any good. Tomoko, Sebastian Chris, Xavier Savage. I'm glad they left Ethan Strange in the 6. Fogarty, Big Corey Halls were starting a proper. Got him in my SuperCoach. How good. Starlin, Tarpany, Hudson Young, Zach Hoskins and Smitties. Both with their black eyes from their little punch on. Owen Patty, I haven't heard of him, apparently a weapon. I've heard of him, haven't seen him play, apparently a weapon. Sasigi, Papali'i and Mariota. Mariota looked tough. Mariota looked real tough. Chance keeps his spot. Tuapiki, Tanu. I'm so bad at these names. I need to hear them about 10 times before I can say them. My goal is to be able to say Mark Wakabanowski by the end of CHT gets the number 6. And I got him in my SuperCoach too. I am cheering. I'm buzzing. And Metcalf. I was listening to a clip from a random Waz podcast came up, and they were saying how good he looked at 6, but he didn't play there at all over the thing. They said there was a good chance to go in there at 6, and then I didn't see him there at trials at all, so I'm like, maybe they were just talking rubbish, but they obviously knew something. Fisher, Harris, Wade, Egan, Barnett, Catewell, Niokora, Clark. I really like Clark through the middle, and then Dylan Walker coming on, Ford. All right, so the usual suspects here. All right, so pretty solid. Let's have a look at some of these stats here, guys. The Raiders have won 5 of their past 6 round 1 games. Ooh. The Warriors have won 3 of their past 4 games against the Raiders. The Raiders have only won 2 of their last 6 games on the road in 2024. Wow, I didn't know their away record was so bad. This is worse. The Warriors have won only 4 of 13 games played outside New Zealand in 2024. They didn't win many games last year, though. Hudson Young has scored 6 tries in his past 8 games against the Warriors. That's a bet. What's Huddy Young paying for a try scorer? Let's have a quick look. Huddy Young. Where's me try scorers? Player tries. Anytime try scorer. Huddy Young. $3. Not bad. Good size. Yeah, that could be worth it. That really could. All right, let's have a little look, see at some matchups here, guys. So I was a little worried about Tuapiki, but he's on this guy who I really like this map. This is tryline.com if you want to check it out, guys. So I know with teams I don't follow super close, I'm like, which side does he play on? I'm trying to work it all out. So this map's really good. all the data on this website is going to be from last year's, like with the scoring maps and the analytics and stuff. So we're not going to pay too much attention to this until about round 5. But it's still a great website just to see who, who's on whose side and who's matching up against who and stuff like that. So, Huddy Young or Nakora, Metcalf, Pompey, I do like that. Nakora's a pretty solid defender, but he can shoot out. So Huddy Young might be a good one. Huddy Young might be good for a try here. Then we have Hoskins on Capewell. Hoskins is good for a try, but Capewell is that pretty gritty defender here. We have Tomoko and Savage on Lealatu, and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Pompey and Sebastian Chris. So like I was mentioning before, I don't see a ton of holes here. I don't see many tries anywhere that jump out to me. There's obviously going to be tries, but nothing's really jumping out at me a whole heap. So like I said, I'm probably put a few, but like maybe just a 25 or something down on a try scorer here. But if I'm looking at anything here, it's probably Hudson Young or possibly maybe even, I'm really not too sure, to be honest. Really not too sure. Let's have a little look at the form, see these guys have played. So these guys actually match up really well. They've usually got pretty close-ish scoring games, to be fair. They're usually pretty close, and that's, as you can see where I put those brackets in. This is the last few games they've played have all fallen in those brackets, guys. So that's why I've got that punt down. Look, who's going to win? Flip-flopping on this one. Now, just on the tips, man, we could be in for... Oh, actually, I forgot to mention this at the start. God damn it. This weekend in my tipping comp is actually a joker round. So there's 3 joker rounds. They're double points. So it's really important to get off to a good start, all right, guys? So you can find yourself pretty far behind or pretty far ahead this weekend if you are on my tipping comp, guys. So you can go risky with it and end up really far ahead, or you can play it safe and maybe you don't maximise the joker round. So I did them in round 1 just because I thought everyone, it's just like no one really knows what's going on. It's just a bit of someone could fluke it and get out to a real fast start. And then I thought round 13, because that's in and around Origin time, give you a little test out. And then the final round, it's just like you can take some underdogs or something if you are just behind and you need to get ahead to win the comp or something. So that's why I did them in those rounds. Look, guys, I was flipping and flopping and all over the place with this one. I actually had the Raiders to win it because they do have a very good first. They've got a very good first game record. The punch on lift put me off a little bit. I'm not going to lie, it really did. It put me off a little bit. Not the most ideal prep. I know it's not a huge deal. It's just a little scuffle, and then I just had to look through this team. I think their forward pack can match them, and I actually like Roger on the wing. I think he can get more involved, get some carries, and I think Metcalf might be able to do some damage in and around that third man, in around there, and create some space. He is so fast, and on that really fast NFL-style pitch, I think he's going to be an absolute handful. I'm taking the Warriors by a slither. I really am, but I'm not confident. Just not. You guys saw my top 8 video. I have the Canberra Raiders in 8th. I think they're actually going to have a pretty good year. This is actually a pretty big game for both these guys because they probably will be fighting for that bottom 8 spots if they do make the 8. So it's a pretty important game. You want to beat the teams in and around there that are going to be doing that. So huge game for both of them. I'm going to take the Wars just. Really just. But Fogarty's kicking game is going to be an absolute problem. Strange is big. It's going to be a good game. This is going to be really even. I really do see a 16-8. That's 16-18 game or something like that. That's where I really think it's going to fall. I don't think it's going to be too high scoring. I don't think any team will run away with it. I would not touch head-to-heads on this with a 10-foot pole. I absolutely would not, guys. So, but yeah, I'm taking the Wars with not a ton of confidence. Now, Sharkies versus the Panthers. Now, if you're playing the Penrith Panthers, you want it to be in the first 4 or 5 rounds. They're not great around that time. Like I mentioned earlier, they're tinkering with things. They're having to play around. They're testing new players. Remember, every year they lose 2 superstars. So for the first 5 or 6 rounds, they're trying to fill the gaps in those superstars, just like they are this time. I actually don't like the team they put together, but Ivan knows a little more about rugby league than me. Just say it. Just a little bit. They've gone Jake Cole over Blaze. I just have not been impressed. He's probably the one person I haven't been overly impressed with at Penrith. Like literally, I'm just about impressed with everyone that walks out in a jersey. He's probably been one of the few I haven't been. Also, Brian Tortoy is out, so Paul Adamolli goes to the wing. Luke Garner comes in the centres. But, man, it's got Cleary in it. Casey McLean. We've got Moses Leota, Mitch Kenny, Lindsay Smith. They've gone with Sorensen. I thought they might bench Sorensen and use him as a middle and then put Papali'i on the edge. Sorensen's kept his spot. Liam Martin and Isaiah Yeo. Pretty damn solid. Now, the bench actually don't mind it. So Liam Henry would normally probably be here. I heard he's a little injured. But I'm glad they picked this kid, this Lauren Patea. Lauren Patea. He's looks like a little bit of a Moses Leota. Looks tidy. Looks like Moses Leota. He looks real good, and I think they're a big body short of being able to dominate the middle. I know they're going to absolutely be able to hold their own, but they need to be able to dominate the middle at times. You got Isaiah Yeo and Moses, but Lindsay Smith's more like Jake Toroyevich. You know what I mean? Not super athletic or anything and powerful, but he'll stop you in your tracks when he's tackling, and he'll, you know what I mean, just take a nice carry and stuff. But he's not going to bend the line or anything like that. And I just do feel like they need one more player like that. So if they can bring him up to speed quickly, Penrith's going to be a problem. All right, let's have a look at the Sharkies. Will Kennedy, Stone Street, Ramian, Oro, Mulatalo. Gee, not bad. You lose Stone Street as a backup. Well, we have Brandon Trindle, Nico Hines, AFB. How cool is this? AFB, Blake Bailey, Oregon Kafusi, Britton Nakora, Teague Wilton, McInnes. Wow, what a team. Daniel Atkinson, Sifa, Ueli, Hazelton. This dude looks good too, man. This dude needs to play NRL as well. But anyway, look. Big forwards. Let's have a look at this, because Panthers have won 8 of their past 9 games against the Sharks. The Sharks have only won 2 of their past... The Sharks have won only 2 of their past 11 round 1 games. Penrith Panthers have outscored the Sharks 96-6 in their past 3 clashes. Ronaldo Mulatalo scored 8 tries in 7 games. Be careful with Mulatalo. That can trick you sometimes. He gets a lot of doubles and triples. So, he's scored 8 tries in 8 games, but he's only scored in 2 games. AKP's the same. You've got to be careful with those boys. Brian Tortoy, unfortunately, not playing. Now, I'll be real. I think Tortoy's a huge loss here, just because I think your meters from your back 5, but are going to be actually a little bit more important than meters from your front rows, just because it is that slightly smaller. You can be a little bit more compressed, so I think there will be less meters for your front rowers. So I think you're probably going to see the outside backs get a lot more meters, just not quite a set line. Lines retreating a bit more, stuff like that. So I think the back 5 was really important. So Brian Tortoy is a pretty big loss, because he's good for 200 meters, a penalty, and a try. That's a Brian Tortoy game. 200 metres, he'll get you a penalty because they can't contain him. They're going to try and hold him down too long. And he'll get you a try as well. So that's Brian Tortoy brings to just about every game. So you're missing that. Casey McLean, can't wait to see what he looks like. Now let's have a look at some matchups here, guys. So the 2 young'uns on each other again. So Stone Street on McLean. That's going to be a good matchup. Mulatalo on Alamotti. Tungor on Oro. Can anyone remember if Oro's a good defender? I think he is, I can't remember him being skinned. Garner on Ramian. So, look, if I'm taking a Sharkies try score, I'm going Ramian or Stone Street. Nico Hines' side. Also, Garner's not a centre, and McLean's played 2 games. I know they're very good games. I don't know how many games he's actually played, but it's not many. So I'd probably look at there. Sorensen does lock up that edge really good. Liam Martin on Wilton. Yeah, I'd be looking, I'd probably looking at opposite sides. So I'd be going Stone Street or Ramian, Tungle or Alamotti for my tries. The other one is two, who could be really good for a try. Nathan Cleary, Wilton, Trindle. He could open them up around here. If he turns under Liam Martin enough, and then, yeah, Cleary could be good for one too. I wouldn't mind Cleary for a try. Now, on to head-to-heads and who... I'll have a quick look at the form. Oh, yeah, Penrith haven't lost in ages. Obviously, it's the finals. But, yeah, look at this, guys. It's just been hiding City. 26-6, 42-0, 28-0, 20-10, 19-18, 48-0, 54-24, 38-12. Penrith have just been absolutely own the Sharkies. They just own them. Now, on to my tip for it, right? So, look, like I said, Sharks are at a big advantage because they're getting Penrith brand new without their superstars. They're going to be tinkering. They've got a stacked team. Everyone says they can't do it. They're going to be fresh. They're ready to go. It's, you know, it's all lined up for Sharkies to be able to win this. Like Panthers, you know, aren't really great in these small games. However, Panthers do own them. Panthers are very good. Panthers, can we all agree Panthers are the best big game team we've ever seen? Like they haven't. Well, no, they are. Actually, you cannot argue. They have won the most consecutive finals games, even more than that team in the 60s from the Dragons. So, yes, without a doubt, Penrith Panthers are the best big game team we have ever seen in history. Even though this is a round one, it's in Vegas. It's going to have a finals feel to it. You get what I mean? Do you sort of understand what I'm dishing out here? Like it's, even though it is just round one, and really, it doesn't matter who wins this game. It's going to feel like it does. Like these teams that don't want to go out there and not look incredible. Cleary's going to want to shine on the big stage. Cleary's the best big game player in the game. He's the most clutch. I was trying to find a way for the Sharkies to win this because I want to win some money, much better value. But I just think the fact that it's in Vegas and it's a big game, I think the Panthers are going to do them. I just do. If this was round two, I'd maybe consider the Sharkies. And round two in Cronulla or anywhere, Parramatta Stadium, wherever they're playing, Penrith got their home ground, I actually wouldn't mind the Sharkies. I think they could get them. But, yeah, I've got to go these Panthers. And like I said, boys, you go bet against Panthers too much, you going broke. You going broke. But yeah, that's it, boys. That's all. I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to lock Panthers. I'm going to lock in. I've got to pull up my tipping. But I'm going to go Panthers and I'm going to go Wars. But I will not be betting on them head to head. I could be completely wrong. We could be going 0-2 here. Both other teams can win. They definitely can. But like I said, it's just the big game factor that's really... Like, do you think Cleary and all these boys are going to be nervous at all running out there? I don't. Like, they'll be like, whoa, this is exciting and new, but I don't think they'll be nervous at all. Yeah, I think the Sharkies, yeah, I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling, Shark. I'm actually expecting a little bit more of an ugly game here. I reckon the Warriors Canberra game could be better. I think this could be a little ugly. I reckon we could see some really good defense, a few drop balls. Not the most entertaining game we've ever seen, so we'll have to wait and see. But both teams have coverage on the bench. Both teams are big off the bench. I'm really interested to see how they use Papali'i as well. Oh, it's going to be so good, boys. It's going to be so good. Oh, bring it on, man. All right, boys, that's it. I've done. I've only done... How good is it only having 2 games on this weekend? I get to just do this short little video, bang it out. Bloody hell, this chair's squeaky. Bang it out. But yeah, all right. So, like I said, boys, if you've made it this far, you are an absolute legend. Like I said, if you can, shoot me a sub, guys. Like I said, I'm trying to get to that 10K mark. I'm trying to overtake the Matty Johns' podcast. Not the Matty Johns show. Matty Johns' podcast that he does with Cooper. I want to overtake him. So if you can shoot us a sub, it would mean a lot, boys. See you in Vegas.